What is up, everybody? It is the last pikeman here, and today we're getting into another siege battle. And it is also Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day. I don't know when I'm going to post this. Right now it's the morning, but I'm doing brunch myself, so we'll see. Anyways, give you the rundown here, guys. Wait, it's actually funny. I'm trying to get this off just before I leave for Mother's Day, too. So I have brunch. I finished this video and I gotta go. Anyways, I'm Carthage. I'm over here with Kush. Defending these walls is Thracia, um, and then maybe Macedon. I don't know. There's somewhere in here. I kind of forget. This was like yesterday too, so I don't know why. And then all the way over here we have our buddy Athens. Um, yeah, so he took the largest stretch of the wall for himself, and pretty ambitious. But that being said, if we had all went over here, I mean, we could have gone over here. The thing is, the spawn point was cut off like right here, so you'd have to move your towers all the way in into this wall. So that would have been pretty crazy. Anyways, so yeah, if they came over here, we definitely would have had too many guys over here. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Like I said, I'm cutting it close on time. So, yeah, so I know exactly what happens on this side of the battle, right? On the other side of the battle, I literally did not see anything. So I'm going to be trying to go back and forth and capture everything for you guys. And I will try to do my best. We'll see when he gets to the wall. He has a lot of tortoises. I only have 4, but, small stretch of wall. Like I said, you can only break so many holes in this. So, and by the way, there is a building right here blocking, troops from getting from this side to this side. So I didn't really realize that, but I am going to put a hole right here. So we are going to be able to fight in both sections. And Kush bringing their archers up on the walls to shoot down here. Good move by them. I've actually attacked this city in the solo campaign. Ooh, I got some. Oh, nice. Yeah, I got some fire coming in from my ballistas. Wait, is that what they're called? Yeah, okay, cool. Anyways, I'm trying to shoot as far as I can in here and get some kills and some hits. I think this next one might be good. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, that definitely killed a couple. Let's see. What are the kills on that? 50? 50. Oh, racking them up right now. 66. Probably because it was on that hill. Yeah, I brought the artillery, not really realizing it might not do that well where we're at. Let's see here. Ooh, he's getting tore up walking in. Oh, he's got pikemen walking the. Oh, he's got 3 pike. Whoa, 4 pikemen. Yeah, I had no idea. Hold on, wait, 5, 6. He has 6 pikemen, and then hoplites. Very interesting tactic from Athens. I don't know if that's okay or not, but that's definitely what happened. It's already happened. So yeah, and then Kush is just up here shooting some arrows down at their Peltis, I suppose. I don't know what's going on now. They're probably just routing themselves on accident. Gotta fast forward this a little bit. It took forever to get up to the walls. The spawn points were a bit far away, right? And they're pestering us getting up to the walls, right? So nothing abnormal about that. But I think they are wasting some ammo. Like these Peltis, I don't know if you can see that, but they're just shooting at this tower. I mean, look at the side of this tower. Can we see? Yeah, look at all these in the side of the tower. So, yeah, I don't know if that's quite worth the ammunition, especially since they're Peltis, right? They don't have that much ammo, but they do a lot of damage. But they can fight, right? Are they? Actually, I don't know. I don't know if they can fight that well or not. Whether, oh wait, I can look at their stats. Duh. Missile damage 41. Yeah, that's solid. And then weapon damage 35. That's not bad. Melee attack 28. And then they're weak on the armor. So yeah, they're not really built for fighting, obviously. These guys are hitting us with rocks. Oh, they're also Peltis. Okay, these are my Gaelic warriors, so they're not super. Oh, and then I missed this for 1 second, just like I did now. I literally looked over and I saw they did bring cavalry out. I thought this was a possibility. I didn't 100% know, but yeah, they brought a unit of cavalry all the way up here to kill these archers. I have my general here just to kind of thwart their efforts and catch them down, or catch them running out. And, you know, I brought, you know, I have archers right here as well, so anyways, to break them. This, unfortunately, though, this unfortunately did make this Kush player leave. So, pretty... sometimes it's a little upsetting in this game because, you know, at the first inconvenience in a battle, people will leave. You know, I think the mental states in these games, they're not amazing for the players in here. They're just like... And that's not really picking on him. I mean, it is because it's a little frustrating, but also it's like a larger issue. But you know, in a lot of competitive games, like that's the issue, anyways. This is a pretty cool shot. Wait, hold on. Can I get up against this wall here? Oh, come on, like this. Boom. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Get in here. Anyways, like I play League of Legends. I probably shouldn't admit that. That's like a crime against humanity. But anyways, in that game too, people's mentals are just destroyed. Oh, also by Thracia just started charging out of the gaps at me, right? Which I have no issue with. I'm getting hit with peltis from here, so I'm kind of facing them and using my Pila or my javelins to throw at them. Use up all my ammo, run in there. I'm going to bring this guy around the side. We're definitely going to deal with these guys pretty easily. They're the Falksmen. I don't know anything. Oh, they got good damage, but I think they're weak. Melee defense 66, armor 90. Yeah, they're not weak at all. I don't know. Those are pretty solid. Anyways, they run out here, and I'm like, okay, well, hey, that's fine with me. I'll mess with you, right? So... Anyways, I'm going to take him on out here, outside the walls. It's going to work perfectly. I'm letting up my hoplite unit to just kind of fill this gap and get ready to go in here. And I'm hoping that Kush, even though it's the CPU now, will take a tower and go up or something, right? I think they start burning the gates down, which is whatever. Anyways, yeah, we slaughter these guys. Absolutely slaughter them. And, ooh, nice. Boom. Yeah, so I'm just kind of sprinkling some shots in there. I don't know. Oh, on that hill again. Yeah, got 4 of those guys. Let's see. 118, not bad. I think it still has ammo. So overall, not horrible from the artillery itself. That's definitely worth a unit, right? And that's all I really want from it is to, you know, get enough kills that it's worth what I would have paid for like a Theor Spear unit, right? Because it's like the same cost. And I think that's solid, right? 128, it's still firing. Good job. Anyways, over here is going to turn into a slugfest. You can see right here I'm on the walls fighting with hoplites, and then I'm just shoving all my swords in here. And it is literally just going to turn into a packed mess, like a freaking concert, man. And I'll show you that, but let's swap over to the other side and see if anything... Oh yeah, you can see they must just have all their troops back here, which is probably why I'm getting kills with that ballista. So many kills. They're probably slipping over these hills into their reinforcements. But yeah, look, these guys are already hurt. Anyways, they are going to reinforce that. Let's go over here and see what Athens is going to do. Looks like, so they've taken the wall. They're not in any hurry. They're probably watching us and taking it slow and biding time, which makes sense because they have pikemen and they have hoplites, right? Pikemen, really great at killing. Ooh, I forgot about these units. Got in over here. Yeah. You know what's crazy about this? So they got in here. They were full health. These thorax swords units, I mean, they have Pila, they have Javi, so they took them down to 83 already. Right, how many kills? Yeah, they're 34, so probably not solely by themselves. But this unit right here will now decimate that thorax sword unit if they can't flank them, and they know that. Over here, yeah, Royal Peltis. Got the pikemen down pretty low here as well, but again, they will get crushed. And also a picked hoplite unit coming in, so this flank is actually going to get weakened, and then they will be able to roll over here into more thorax swords units. Seleucids, you know, they got their stuff set up. They're not rushing in, obviously, because they can't. I mean, what are you gonna do against these pikes? So, well, actually, what you're gonna do against the pikes is hopefully skirmish them down as much as you can. I know. Yeah, we got some Javies here. Ooh, that might be the issue. You know, Macedon has Javies here, but I don't see archers. I don't know if they're hidden or Seleucid didn't bring archers. I don't know. That's a great question. So, anyways, Athens looks like they're taking their time here, which is, I think, okay. It's more than okay, really, just because we're also going to have a big skirmish from our side. I thought that might be a cool angle. I mean, it kind of is with the siege towers in the back. And these units kind of jumbled together, though. And those guys are, like, hidden. They just turned into little blobs. Anyways, so I guess not much is going on over there either. Over here, we have turned into the blob that I was hinting at, talking about. You can see, like, here, let me try and get this. Like, I have, so Samnite Warriors, I have them in there because, I don't know, they do well. And they got I got 2 Samnite Warriors in there. Okay. Or are they Samnite, yeah, okay. And then Libyan infantry, and then over here got another Libyan infantry. Thank goodness Kush started pushing in. I don't have to bring in, you know, my last 2 noble fighters. I also, by the way, forgot totally and completely about this hoplite unit. They're just hiding over here. They're like, they can't even see the battle. They just hear people screaming. That's funny. Yeah. So, anyways, we are at, I mean, we're winning this right here. I'm also going to bring, oh yeah, my archers are in here. They're ripping. Yeah. So my archers are going to do really well because I also have them on heavy shot. So the Cretan archers got them on heavy shot. Their missile damage is 40. I don't know if it increases with that. I think it does a little bit. But anyways, yeah, they got good angles. These guys are kind of, you know, wide enough, I guess, or long enough that they're able to hit them really well. So we're going to be able to do that. I'll have one of them switch to these archers over here. They're nothing special, so we'll take them out. And yeah, I guess, look, so Macedon does have their archers over here and the Javies over there. And it probably should have been reversed for them. I mean, how could they have known? But anyways, in this gap over here, got the Carthaginian hoplites, kind of the mid-tier hoplite unit, but doing well. We're trying to push through these guys right here. I got my Samnite Warriors, my other unit of them. They're slightly upgraded, I think. And yeah, so they're holding this, but obviously this is not sustainable for them. They don't have near enough troops. And I think they should pull back. Like, if they pull back in here to the inner city, even in here, you know, they could hold here and here, whatever. They could hold all over. The only good thing, oh, hey, there we go, Seleucid archers. So they got a unit of heavy and then just a unit of normal, and they're using fire arrows for some reason. I don't know, their base morale actually is pretty low. They took some casualties, so I don't think they're gonna break at that level. Why are they shooting fire arrows back? What is this? This is just like an FU. Or is there like some sort of benefit? I don't know. Other than like the morale damage. No. Lowers enemy morale, bonus versus buildings. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. In here, they finally engaged them. I got the hoplites and the pikemen, who are they're winning, but yeah, they're definitely taking some hits here. They're definitely gonna win that though. Those guys look pretty cool. I like the blue. Sometimes when the hoplites don't have like really heavy armor on, you know, like they just look so much weaker. I don't know if anyone else thinks that, but I'm just like, those are hoplites. Oh, they're militia hoplites. Hold on. How about the picked hoplites? We got a unit over here. Wait, the picked hoplites. Yeah, like these guys. Like, you gotta have some armor to look cool. Yeah. Anyways, they won their fight over here. They're taking the flank. Good for them. And now they can put pressure on literally this flank right here. And those fire arrows are going to do absolutely nothing. I have no... And look how inaccurate they are. They're literally missing... What is going on here, man? I don't know. I swear, I think these guys are still in the game. Maybe another person left. That's mean. I don't know. Maybe that's mean to say if somebody actually is playing right there. Another pike unit up in here against these thorax swords. So honestly, guys, like this guy's on my team, so I'm not like complaining about it too much. But you know, bringing this many pike units, if the lobby had said 1, 2, 4, so one siege, 2 pikes max, and 4 archers max, right? Like this is messed up for sure, because pikes are just so hard to beat, right? Especially in a city where these choke points, and you can't get around them. So I mean, what do? Like, you fight them for a little bit, you skirmish them as much as you can. If you don't have the skirmishing capabilities, hence the 4 archer cap, you can't beat them, right? So it's just it's scummy for sure. It's definitely scummy. I don't know if the lobby said that. I'm assuming it did because no one else brought like any pikes. I don't know. I mean, usually when there's that rule, like, I don't know, spamming it in general, I think is definitely wrong. But yeah, so over here is probably going to be a win for Athens. It's just without the archer capability, or the flanking capability, you just cannot beat these guys. And there's a choke point here, here, and here. Do the math on that, right? Over here, I pushed up a tower, got on with one of my really good noble fighter unit, and I brought them down. So they're gonna start flanking and engaging. And this is because, not Pergamon, dang, Macedon, they started to reinforce this with a couple troops. I just want to break through here. Over here's also looking pretty good. I actually broke 1 unit through of these Samnite warriors. And they're going to take on these Theros spears, so they're going to do fine. I mean, they're pretty beaten up and low, but they'll do okay. They'll hold that. And we're breaking through everywhere else. I mean, it's just a mosh pit. I don't really love when it gets like this, just because like the strategy goes away and it's just swinging your swords and shooting into bodies of people, right? And I mean, look at the ground. Look at the ground. You wouldn't even be able to walk in here. I mean, that is just, oh man, whoa, that was awesome. That guy caught like 4 arrows. He's lucky to be alive. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey, here I am. I'm gonna try and throw some Pila into their backs right here. Some of these guys are fighting the retreat here. Oh, jeez, he just executed him. Oh, okay. Yeah, you want some? Okay, let's go. So yeah, I'm not going too bad over here. I want to get this Javi throw. Oh, did they just throw? No, they're thinking about it. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, so throwing right into the backs of this unit, and that's gonna tear him up. That's really gonna tear him up. Over here, yep. So my noble fighters, I probably used the headbutt way too early. I think I used it and this guy like backed up, or maybe I used it on the archers. But now they only, they're down to 122 and they're exhausted because they used their special ability, right? And they're against a shield bearer unit, so they're not, they're not bad at all. They're incredibly tanky. Just trying to buy time, moving back. We'll see what he does, but they'll do all right. They'll definitely do all right. Do I have Pila? I bet it kills like nobody. So they're, oh, 1, 2. Oh, they're like, okay, hold on, we're not taking that. Hey, we're not taking that anymore. So my guys are just exhausted. Really cool about the noble fighters, and maybe it's just this faction in general, like they space out much more, and then they wrap around the flanks. So they're really good. They're really good at doing that, and it's really cool because like those guys in like Spain and Portugal, like this faction, like the noble fighter faction, like the man, I'm forgetting their name right now. Nervi? No, that's not them. I think it's Barbarian. Man, why am I forgetting? I'm literally playing them in my solo campaign. Anyways, up in there, those guys fought really, really hard, and they fought a little bit more spaced out like this. And actually, the Romans had to adapt kind of to how they were fighting to actually fight them. So, pretty cool stuff. Really good fighters. Over here, just still getting shot at. Had those guys used regular ammunition, by the way, these pikemen would be gone. These 2 units, dead. 100%. 100%. I don't even know how they still have ammunition left. I don't know what's going on here. What about the flank? So the flank. Oh, they went over here to take the gate. Militia hoplite. Oh, they're definitely cooked. Those guys are definitely cooked. These guys over here picked hoplites and picked hoplites. Yeah, they're gonna hold forever. Obviously, they're gonna hold forever. And then I'd engage this front too. But Athens in no hurry, taking it easy. Picked hoplites fighting over here. Got the thorax sword unit up in the trees against their spears, shield bearers. I don't know. Are they winning? They're definitely losing. Ooh, this guy. Dang, he almost got under his shield with that spear. Oh, hit him in the back. Get him in the back. Oh. So just very slow and methodical over here, I would say. Pikes are obviously winning this, and it's just, what do you do? I honestly, only thing you can do is let him into this square a little bit and use units like this, like a box or something, and flank them if they choose to push up. I don't know if he has enough units to do that, though. Ooh, getting a little glimpse of a unit in that circle, that town center. Over here, we held out for long enough. My noble fighters are still cooking. They got 185 kills, not bad. They're getting reinforced by the units that broke through. I did finally notice my hoplite unit that was over there, bringing them into the city. This is kind of sick. This is like, whoa. I don't know if I did this on purpose, probably not, but it looks awesome. It's like super efficient way to come in that gate. Look at that. That's actually so cool. Yeah, that's badass. Okay. What is next? So now we just have to sprint. I mean, we have two practically full armies. We're very healthy right now, of people sprinting to help our Egyptian. He always looks like Egypt to me because they also have the bird on there. I don't know. I mean, it's not really that similar, but it is. Anyways, they're sprinting over there to help them. You know, looking at the situation, Athens, they definitely would have done this for themselves. They're totally capable of that, and they're just moving quite methodically. Oh, are we getting some? We're getting some engagements here. Their pikes are losing decisively. I think they're a bit flanked, but he's gonna hold it with this unit and capture this tower. I didn't know it wasn't captured already. So anyways, yeah, just a mad dash to the finish line. I'm gonna start fast forwarding because, well, maybe. I mean, I'll stop in a second, but yeah, I mean, it's just a little bit of a grind fest here, guys, and nothing too insane's going on. I mean, we're using hoplites; they're just slowly murdering each other, and yeah. So let's find a good spot. Maybe right here. Very laggy. Like a couple frames per second. Okay. Yep. I'll hit play on this. Oh, he's getting his cavalry through. Yeah, so once these guys break, this whole midsection is open and they can flank out either way. His cavalry is able to get around now, though, but they pull out here and they see these chariots. Yeah, I'm not interested because I was bringing my general in here to go hit some archers. Yeah, these chariots will destroy. I don't think they. Let's see. Yeah, so they didn't really do much to this horse unit, which usually they would literally just tear them apart. You know, obviously this horse unit, like, I don't know if they have spears to throw or like this guy's a spear. They have a sword. Like, I don't know how you're gonna kill this guy, right? But anyways, the way you use chariots is you gotta keep clicking and running them through. You literally just move them through units. So when you do a charge like that, it doesn't quite work. And I think the Seleucid player didn't 100% know that because he was just doing charges. But I mean, these chariots are insanely strong. Like these two units right here, boom, run through them. I mean, you literally just move through them. Probably even catch this unit. Probably break all three. And even make it down here. I mean, I don't have. That's why I'm worried because I have one spear unit that's probably okay against them, and then these guys who are beaten up, they don't have any Pila left. I'm like, okay, that's a little scary, but I don't think Seleucids know that trick, right? How to use them. I don't know if it's a trick. Well, it kind of is a trick. Down here, going all right. Nothing insane. I mean, they have picked hoplites. So it's, I mean, what are you gonna do? You gonna beat him to death over, the next day, the next 24 hours, maybe. I don't know. Salukits are trapped though. You can see just this little alleyway that they're in here, and they're just between. Well, that being said, they are getting flanked right here. Athens is getting flanked, but well, okay, they're also exhausted as well. But anyways, I mean, they're picked hoplites. I keep saying that, but I mean, they are. They're just gonna hold out for an insanely long time. And we're right around the corner, right? So we're over here. I didn't show you guys this, but they had 2 units of thorax swords here that are trying to hold out against the entire Kush army. And the only thing about like CPUs, like or PCs, CPUs, AI, I don't know what you want to say, fighting is that they have so many units here. Just bring one single unit around, maybe 2 or whatever, and you guys, I mean, you kill them so much faster. I am over here. 2 units of these guys and a Cretan Archer unit out of ammo. We're just gonna cap some gates and stuff and make sure that we have all of our alleyways covered, right? And yeah, I just don't know what more there is to say. I got these hoplites moving in here. I'm finally here. Yeah, exhausted. Everyone's exhausted. I sprinted them across the map, and I mean, I didn't really need to, but also like there was just no need to walk them. I mean, we have so many. In numbers and stuff here, so and these guys got militia hoplites. Yeah, they're cooked. We're fighting thorax. I was surprised. I don't know if I ever saw a silver shield sword unit. Maybe this was more budgetary, like on the allotted funds, but yeah, you would have thought. I mean, okay, chariots do cost a. I'm trying not to cuss because it's on YouTube. They do cost a lot. So that definitely, but this is his general also. So, generals also always cost a bit of money. But that chariot, by the way, like if he could finagle it in this gap or like come around here and hit these and just run through these guys, I don't even know what would happen. I mean, there's no spear units in there. I don't know how far you would get through there or how many casualties you'd take, but I think you would decimate this whole group of people. I think you get like 1,000 kills. I'm not sure about that, but they always, those chariots are insane. If used right. That's why I think, oh, hello, we're breaking over here. They are exhausted, so, it's damage to morale, damage to damage doing. And everything else. I think like all the stats get a little debuff. Oh, they're back. What? How did they just unbreak themselves? What was that? I'm gonna bring a hoplite unit down here as well. Just I don't know, cause I don't. No one really particularly needs health. I wish they would move this pike unit in there. Ooh, got my horses running around. I guess we missed some horse charges over here. But yeah, we're cleaning up over here as well. Fighting the last unit here, and then the hoplites right here. So overall, guys, and obviously the pikes right here, hoplite unit of mine, just picking these guys off. Overall, guys, this isn't a super eventful, awesome, cool, replay. Obviously, there's only 2 minutes left here. You can guess how it turns out, but it was a replay. I did fight it. I couldn't get a really solid fight this week. I was insanely slammed, so I just needed to post one of these battles, and they're all right. I think I have a second one that's a little bit better, but this is all right. It's kind of a cool city. It's something new that you don't see. Boom, nice, that you don't see every day. They're gonna break them, maybe not. It's gonna hurt him though, losing decisively now. Yeah, so it's just not a city you see all the time. It's a cool dynamic. It's a cool city to fight in. It gives you a little bit, of a perspective on how to fight it, or what choke points are good, what not to do, what to do, and where to attack, etc. So, anyways, I think it's cool still just to see a new city, and also like how lucky would you be? I mean, if you're a peasant, it probably sucks to live any sort of life, but how lucky would you be to live in a city like this, just on the ocean? You got a harbor, so you got goods and stuff, spices and herbs coming in, and it's just beautiful, man. Like, I bet the weather is just temperate. Like, it's just awesome. And It would be so cool. I mean, you know, in when life, like everyone always complains, they're like, you know, life was so much simpler back in the day. Like you didn't have to worry about any of this. And it's like, well, yeah, sure, but you also had to worry about like dying from not, you know, getting water from the right source, or like um, like fermenting it, right? Because they did like light fermentation. I don't know if the Greeks did that actually. I don't know when that started. You know, I don't know if they just got these from like wells and stuff, and they just had insane stomachs. But anyways, many other issues. But I bet like just living in the climate in the area when there wasn't war was super peaceful. It's awesome. Before there's obviously roads and mass tourism and you know, 9 to 5 jobs where well, I guess they still had 9 to 5 jobs. Most of them were like out of necessity though. Like you're a farmer, whatever. Are these guys gonna break them? Libyan infantry. Ooh. See, so I just don't think they're running through them. Like I got a couple deaths here. How did they all just die? Wait, was it this? Oh wow, the slingers just annihilated them. Huh. Okay. Well, good to know. I thought it was only like javelins and stuff that would slaughter them like that. I know javelins do also slaughter them. Anyways, guys, that's it. It was a victory. We can look at the stats real quick here. So for me, I did pretty well. Really, really pretty well. So 1,500 losses and then 2,900 kills. So really solid. And obviously very, very low losses and then a bunch of kills. So I actually really, I've been wanting to fight with Carthage and the Carthaginian forces. They're really cool. I like the Cretan archers. They have the fast reload. You can really skirmish with archers really well. You can only have 3 of them though, so you have to have a slinger unit. I think that's fine. Other than that, you know, the general's bodyguard, nothing insane, but it is low cost, helps you save money. The hoplites, they got solid mid-tier hoplites, and then as far as like Libyan infantry, they're like thorax swordsmen, so they're still utilized very well, solid. Then they got good mercenary units, right? So you got Gaelic warriors, they're not bad at all, really cheap. And then you got Samnite warriors, also very solid, like 266, 273, and I was using those guys the whole time, right? Obviously they're pretty upgraded, but yeah, I had some funds, so I did have good amount of funds. I don't know what was up. And then the noble fighters, always insane, always insane. So you have access to a pretty good troops, but you need the budget. You know, some of these guys like the higher tier, you know, they're not super cheap, but I think they're a really cool faction to play with. Anyways, I did pretty well. Seleucids, you know, I wish they brought. Oh, so they did bring one more archer. Maybe there was no 1, 2, 4. Maybe I'm just being stupid here. I still think you shouldn't spam pikes, but yeah, so you're not supposed to bring that many. I mean, only one more. I think royal peltists are fine because they're like technically melee. But anyways, Seleucids didn't do bad, you know, especially what they were up against, which was, you know, an infinite number of pikes, and all the pikes got, you know, decent kills mostly. So the picked hoplites also got a bunch of kills, 207. Jeez, man. And the Cretan archers did fairly well. What else? So Macedon got kind of slaughtered. Let's see. I just wondered what their comp was. So I would have brought just all archers. The javelins aren't bad, but their archers right here did good. I probably should have killed them a little earlier. Their royal peltists did also actually very, very solid. They didn't have bad kills on their units, so I don't know. Like this isn't horrible right here. Maybe they just spent their money unwisely. I don't know. I'm not trying to shit anyone. But anyways, the Adrician Kingdom, Thracia. I didn't know. Okay, cool. Well, I maybe I was calling them. I mean, they're a Thracian, you know, and Thracia. But anyways, Thracian horsemen, 207. That must have been the one that came out and got those archers. So they did well there. And then their peltists, probably like light peltists. I don't know if they weren't that tanky. These guys got slaughtered. The Falxmen, you know, sallied out against me. But yeah, these guys also got kind of worked a little bit here. But if they stayed in the city, they probably would have done much better and paired these Falxmen with like a hoplite unit. Other than that, you know, Kush, the guy that left here, Not bad kills either. I mean, the Shotel Warriors are just insane units anyways. They're going to rack up a massive amount of kills if you're there or not, right? So anyways, guys, overall good. I think, you know, Athens probably shouldn't have brought all the pikes, but at the end of the day, it's whatever. It's just a game. I think it was still fun. It was still a fun battle. It was a quite a big city in a new city. You don't usually fight there, so I think it was really fun. I appreciate the gameplay and having a good time. GG's to everybody playing. Yeah. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Catch me in the next video. Happy Mother's Day.